Oh my gosh. What's up, YouTube fam? Welcome back to the Jonathan Dearman Show. And as you can see, we are back here on January 8th. But Jonathan, I thought you said you were going to be back on January 9th. That's right, I did say that. However, the craziness of this world forced my hand a day early. I couldn't resist, guys. I was getting some texts from people asking if I was going to be making a video about it, and I felt like I should make a video about it, and I have a lot to say about it too. So here we are a day early. Before we get into the serious stuff and all that happened on Wednesday, let me just throw out there, if you're new to this channel, first of all, welcome to the Jonathan Dearman Show. We are hopefully the least political show you can find on YouTube. So if you are interested in content that is more loyal to principles than political parties, consider subscribing. So let's jump right into it, guys. So on Wednesday, as I'm sure most all of you already know, the Capitol building was broken into by a protest that was pro-Trump.
Who are they? The FBI is hunting the ragtag army who invaded the Capitol as the world watched in disbelief. The FBI is seeking info that will assist in identifying individuals who are actively instigating violence in Washington, D.C.
Now, some people are saying that the reason why people were breaking into the Capitol that were wearing pro-Trump stuff was actually because it was Antifa that infiltrated in, and they were playing the part of Trump protesters but trying to start chaos, and so they were actually the ones that broke into the Capitol building, and it was really Antifa, not pro-Trump people. There may be some people that were with Antifa that planned to go there and start chaos. That may be the case, but if you're wanting to say and claim that the large-scale invasion of the Capitol building was provoked by a group of Antifa people, I don't buy that. And maybe it's true, maybe it's not true. I just haven't seen the evidence for it yet. So what happened on Wednesday is during a protest that was happening, and at a certain point it turned from a protest to a riot. And when it turns from a protest to a riot is once you start doing things that are illegal. You start breaking in, violently breaking into places. Now it's turned from a protest into a riot. And my guess would be, I sure think that there are a lot of people that were protesters there that were not taking place in the rioting portion. And so I don't want to act like every single person there went there with the intent of breaking into the Capitol building. My guess would be probably most did not, and most didn't want to take place or didn't want to take part in that. But there was a large group of people that did take part in it. And so where I stand with this specific instance, and I'm kind of just free flowing a little bit here today, guys, because I'm speaking things as it's coming up. But how I feel about this whole scenario is I think that it's a disgusting thing to do to violently break into really anywhere, but particularly a historical American place like the Capitol building to try to force what you want to happen. And as we all know, there's no way that them breaking into the Capitol building is going to make any change when it comes to what actually happens on Inauguration Day and with Trump and Biden. But they're trying to make a statement. They're trying to do something big. Listen, guys, this is not the way, period. This is not the way. I had the same stance back in the summer when people primarily on the left were protesting and it started turning into rioting, and they were burning down businesses and they were breaking in and looting and all of that. And my stance is the same whether it comes from the right or the left, which is rioting, violent acts. They are unacceptable, period. I was disgusted on Wednesday when I saw the news. I believe one lady was shot. I believe four people total died. One lady was shot and killed, and three others died because of medical injuries, some sort of injury that they had during this whole protest. By the way, I do want to clarify, the lady that was shot and killed was not shot by a pro-Trump person that was shooting people. They were shot by, I believe, security or law enforcement or something like that because she was trying to climb over and break in to a certain area. I think it's disgusting, though, what took place there. I think that it is a horrible representation of America. I think that it was a sad day for America. I think that both conservatives and people on the left should be condemning this. And where I will give the political right some credit here, because I'm kind of going a little hard on the political right here, who was the culprit of this riot, where I will give them some credit is they have been much quicker to condemn this than the political left was during last summer. And in fact, I think that this honestly is something that the political right just tends to do better anyway, is distance themselves from the radical portion of their party, whereas the left rarely ever distances themselves from the radical portion of their party. And so when you have the riots over some of the George Floyd thing, over some of the issues of race, what you had was a lot of people in the media on the left, or even some political figures, that instead of focusing in and honing in on the rioting and condemning it, instead they focused in on the heart behind the rioting and how people are frustrated for good reason. And I think that is just junk, period. And I'm not talking about the reasoning they had back with George Floyd. I'm not getting into that. What I'm saying is this idea that if you're irritated enough, you can start burning down random people's businesses and stealing TVs from places and committing criminal acts, and as long as your heart's in the right place, then it's justifiable, or it's justified. I think that argument is ridiculous. And I think people on the left were making that last year when a lot of riots were happening. They were justifying it. Here with the riot that happened on Wednesday with people that broke into the Capitol, I didn't hear a lot of conservatives supporting this or justifying it. And by the way, whether or not you think that the election was stolen or not really has nothing to do with what I'm talking about here. I'm not talking about whether or not the election was stolen. I'm talking about whether or not forcing your way into the Capitol building, breaking into politicians' offices and throwing your feet up on their desks and laughing and mocking them and all that is the way to go. And it is not the way to go, period. And so I will give credit to the more mainstream political right that is condemning these riots quickly, whereas I feel like the left did not condemn, not only quickly, but sometimes at all, which, just a side note, and I may make a video in the future about rioting and looting in general, probably the dumbest concept I've ever heard of is when I'm really frustrated with something, I'm going to go loot and steal things. Listen, if you want to show that you care about a subject, if you want to show that you care about something, don't go steal a 65-inch Samsung to show that you care. It's like, I care so much about this particular matter that I'm going to break in and steal a plasma screen, or what, I think that's old school actually, an LCD or LED TV to show how much I care about this subject. No, if you want to show that you care about something, how about you sacrifice for it, right? Make a donation towards it. But showing that you care about something is not by taking on behalf of it. It's by giving on behalf of it, right? Sacrificing something, whether that's your time if you're going to a protest, or if that's money you're donating to a cause or something. But stealing things and burning down other people's businesses and breaking into places like even the Capitol to show that you're for something, I just think it's a terrible representation of your own cause. You shoot yourself in the foot because you're not convincing more people. If anything, you're putting a bad taste in people's mouths. And I thought what happened on Wednesday was exactly that. I thought that the pro-Trump protests became violent and aggressive and broke into the Capitol to show your frustration by breaking into one of our founding historical buildings is not the way to do it, especially not violently. And so it was not a good look for America. I am totally against it. The people that broke into the Capitol, they're committing a criminal act, and they should pay for that criminal act by either spending time in jail or being fined or whatever the right process is. But I wanted to come out and make a video, guys. The end does not justify the means here, and I'm totally against it. I condemn it. I think that both people on the right and the left should condemn rioting whenever it happens. Anyway, that's where I stand, guys. I know today was a little bit scatterbrained, honestly, because I just didn't plan on making a video this soon. And I didn't plan on coming back with such a topic that's so gloomy and disappointing to see. But I really felt like I should come back and I should mention this. And so I came back a day early, guys. I've missed you. I've missed making videos for you guys. Let me know in the comments whether you agree with me or disagree with me. I'd love to have that conversation. If you're new around here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, guys. Stick around. We are officially back as of posting this video. We're back from our 1 month little hiatus that we had there, and I'm excited. And we plan on this channel doing some really fun things. There's some cool things that I plan on doing. I have a lot of ideas, and in fact, the next video that I want to make is about a topic that is so ridiculous that it was somebody. Well, you'll see it. I don't want to You'll just see. And yeah, if you like this video, guys, if you like what I'm trying to do with this channel, go ahead and hit the like button. It just helps these videos to get recommended to more people. And again, guys, I'd look forward to reading what you guys have to say. I read every single comment always. I look forward to seeing what you guys have to say about this subject, and whether or not you agree with me or disagree with me. I'm happy that you guys tuned in, and I appreciate you all, and I will see you at the next Jonathan Dearman Show. Peace out. Back in action, baby. Let's get it. Let's do it. Woo, woo.